This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
I've been watching the loons on Pleasant Lake for 18 or 20 years and watched them raise their chicks, and I've learned a lot about watching loons in the process and how to give them the space they need. One of them is to not to follow them. If you really want to see loons, you need to just sit, put your paddle down if you're in a kayak, and drift. And one thing that we find important is to be on the lake side of the loons. If you get in between the shore and the birds and you're drifting towards them, it pushes the loons out into the middle of the lake where there are motorboats and other hazards. They will let you know if you're too close.
My strategy in a kayak or a paddleboard or something would be get a good sense of which way the wind's blowing. Get upwind from them at a safe distance and just let the wind blow you peacefully by them. If they get agitated, back up, go away. You can come around and try it again. We find our best pictures we get, we're using really high-powered cameras. This is a 100 to 500 millimeter lens, and that's basically what I'm mostly shooting. I think the best way to watch loons, if you're not trying to get professional pictures, is to use binoculars. A good pair of binoculars, you can basically drift along, watch what they're doing, spend a little while with them, come back some other day and check them out again.
And some of the behavior you might see if you're infringing on their space is their foreheads feathers go up and get squared off, and their heads are lifted up high, or their heads are way down low in the water. And they'll also do a behavior called penguining, when they will get up and come charging at you on their back feet. If they're on a nest and you're getting anywhere close, they'll put their head way down low on the nest, and then you know you're too close then too. Well, 150 feet is the best distance to keep. We find that we can get closer in the kayak, putting down the paddle and drifting. They will sometimes then come to you, and you can find yourself quite close to them. We also recommend not getting in between the parents and their chick. That can distract the parents and leave the chick vulnerable to predation. Once the chicks hatch, they're on the nest only a day or two, and then they're off, and that's it. They don't go back again. The rest of the summer they're out on the water. And when they're tiny, they're very hard to see. They're little brown balls of fluff. They're also very afraid of dogs. We've seen people in motorboats with their dogs, and if the dog's barking, they get very, very agitated. Well, Loon Preservation Committee is one of the best loon organizations in the country. They do a lot of research, and they've brought back the population in this state dramatically. But one of the ways they've done that, and we've done it on this lake, is with nesting rafts. If people would want to know more about loons and the Loon Preservation Committee, go to loon.org. If you'd like to know more about Pleasant Lake Protective Association, go to plpa.net. We have a link on there to sign up for our newsletter. We put out a newsletter. John and I write a newsletter every maybe 10 days to 2 weeks, and we document our loon family all summer long. And we've added a lot of information about the local watershed as well, nature and science of watershed. And John, being a biologist, it can be very informative.
Thank you, Jen and John. What beautiful creatures. In our final interview, Miriam Carter from the New Hampshire League of Craftsmen will tease us with the lead up to this year's fair at Mount Sunapee and show us blacksmith Jay Auberton in action. Stay with us here on Yankee Chronicle on YCN, your local view.